everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty, and welcome into my kitchen again. I know I haven't been doing a whole lot of baking lately. The hubs and I are trying to lose some weight, so we've been really cutting back on our sweet intake, and so far I've lost 18, he's lost 85. Now, of course, he's been sick, and that's part of the reason why he lost so much so fast, but it was a good jump start, so now we're trying to stay on that wagon. But anyways, you know, this coronavirus is going around and it's crazy and everybody's closing everything down or staying in your house. Today's my day off. I still have to go to work, but I thought, you know, I'm going to bake something, and husband and I are going to have one little bar and the rest is going to go off to work, and I'm going to share with my coworkers tomorrow. So I have this Better Homes and Garden magazine that I bought from my granddaughter for a fundraiser she was doing for her school. So I thought, I'm going to look through this. I'm not going to that grocery store because nothing's in the store but a million people and empty shelves. But I'm going to see if I have all the ingredients to make something. And sure enough, I do. I have all the ingredients to make a milk chocolate toffee bars. So that is what we're going to make today. This is going to be a first time making these by scratch for me. So we're going to kind of read the recipe as we go. Okay, so they're telling me to do it a little different than I would do it. They're telling me put the dry ingredients in first, mix them around, and then add the butter. Usually I cream the butter with the sugar. I'm going to do what they say, because a lot of times, you know, I think I'm smarter than they are, and then it doesn't turn out. So let's get started. First thing they want in our bowl, usually I would use a glass bowl, folks, but we're going to also use the mixer. So we're going to use my metal mixing bowl. The first thing they want is 2 cups of all-purpose enriched flour. Now I had all these ingredients for this, like I said, in my pantry. I do have a well-stocked pantry. So I'm fortunate with that. I do keep lots of baking stuff on hand. So it's a win-win for us in the baking today. Alright, we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour in here. 1 cup of packed brown sugar is what they asked for next. When I'm using brown sugar and I open a bag, you know, it's got the seal thing, but I always put it in an extra Ziploc bag just to keep it nice and fresh. This has probably been back in my pantry for at least 2 months, and it's just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're going to seal it right back up how it was. Keep it fresh. Alright, and the third thing they want is a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I would have never thought to put ground cinnamon in a brownie, but we're going to do what they said. So a half a teaspoon is going in. Alright, and now they want us to mix all these ingredients together real well. We're just going to do that by hand, okay? So I'm just going to get my spoon here, mix this up really good. It's kind of an overcast day. They keep saying we're going to get some rain, but here in Northern California, basically all of California, we have not gotten a lot of rain this year. We need rain terribly. So we were hoping for some rain, but I don't think we're getting it today. But it is kind of overcast. Feels kind of like a winter day. Feel like we missed winter completely. Okay, let's see. Add butter and vanilla. So they want 1 cup of butter softened. Now, I'm going to be honest with you folks, I'm just going to use the Imperial margarine. I bake a lot with just margarine instead of butter because it's simply less money. We do use butter to cook with or to eat with for ourselves, you know, but for baking, I have always just used margarine and I have never had a problem. And then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, beat with an electric mixer on low speed until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. All right, here we go. With my beautiful mixer named Agnes. I love her. Gonna let that do its course. I'm gonna go put this in the garbage. It also said to take a baking sheet and to line it with foil, which I did already, and then to spray with non-stick spray. So that's what I'm going to do while that stuff is mixing. Get this all ready to go. All nice and ready to go. How are we doing over here? Can't pretty good, I guess. Okay. I also have my oven preheating right now to 350 degrees. Okay, so now it says to take a half a cup of chocolate pieces. I'm just using chocolate chip morsels. That's what I'm going to use. Add that right into the mixture here. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup of pecans. We're going to add that right into the mixture as well. Seems awfully dry to me, but you know, like I said, I'm gonna believe what they tell me. And then it wants us to press the mixture lightly until the prepared baking pan, which will be this, bake at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. That's what we're going to do. And then we are going to add another half a cup of chocolate chips when we get done with that, and the toffee bites, but that will be later. Alright, I got a knife right here. Bet you these are going to be dry. I'm just thinking, you know, if it's not a recipe that was my mom's or my grandma's, and I'm making it for the first time, I always seem to doubt them. I need to stop doing that. Alright. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to pour this onto our pan here. I sure do like having an electric mixer. It makes life so much easier, I tell you. It really does. We're going to just spread this out. I'm sure the butter's going to melt in the oven, you know, as it's baking, and it's going to become a little more moist. That's what we're going to hope for, right, folks? Yes, sirree, Bob. I hope all of you guys are having a good day and a good weekend. Oh, well, it's my weekend. The start of a new week. And I hope this coronavirus hasn't affected too many of you. I know a lot of people are having to not go to work, and I hope that's not going to hurt a lot of people financially, but I'm sure it will. All right, we are going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes to begin with, and I will come back and show you the rest as soon as that's done, okay? Okay guys, my timer just went off. I'm going to pull it out of the oven and show it to you, and we'll get started with the rest of the recipe. It sure does smell good in here though. Okay, this is what it looks like. To me that looks pretty dry, but you know, I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm going to think positive. It says to immediately, after you take it out of the oven, to sprinkle a half a cup of chocolate chips on the top. Now, I am thinking that's not enough, but we're going to see. because then they want the melted chocolate chips to be spread out. So yeah, I don't think that's enough. We're going to go with another half a cup. And it's supposed to melt on here. It still doesn't seem like a lot. Let's see what it says. Immediately sprinkle with the remaining half cup of chocolate pieces. Let stand for 2 minutes and then spread the softened chocolate over the top of the bars. And then sprinkle with toffee bites. Nice. Nobody likes to get gypped on chocolate, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. Alright, can we do would you like Cheri the chef? Okay, let me talk about Cheri the chef while we're waiting for 2 minutes, okay? Cheri the chef has a brand new channel. I am going to put her in the description box below. I want you to go and check out her channel. She is the cutest little thing ever that you're going to meet. She's got this adorable red dress that she wears in every video, and she has a flower in her hair, and she just looks so peppy and so beautiful. And let me close the oven door. She just always looks adorable in her videos, and she laughs at her own jokes, which is totally right up my alley. She makes the most amazing recipes. Most of her videos are never over 10 minutes. So, go give Cheri the chef some love. She's brand new. Her channel has about, I think she's up to like 255 subscribers now. And I started following her when she was under 100, and I just absolutely love her. So, she makes some great recipes. She made a Reuben dip, a hot Reuben dip. Definitely I'm going to make it after St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. We're going to have corned beef for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. It's just me and my husband with this big old roast, so I am going to use some more of it and make the corned beef. I think she called it a Reuben dip, I think is what she called it, but it used corned beef in it. Looked phenomenal, so I'm going to use that. So, okay, let's see if this is ready to spread. Kind of. Peoples. I mean, I'm glad I put more chocolate chips than they said, because I still feel like we're getting gypped on the chocolate. You know, that's just me. So, yeah, it really does not, man, we could have put 2 cups on here, but that's just me, you know. And I mean, I know bars are usually just supposed to be a sprinkle of chocolate on the top, not like covered completely. But my goodness, peoples, definitely don't go by the recipe on this one. Give it a little more chocolate than it calls for. I think I used about 1.25 cups altogether. Okay, so after that, we're supposed to sprinkle, how much? 1/2 cup of almond toffee bites. Half a cup. Alright, let's see. What do you think, folks? What do you think? I think we're going to go for a little bit more. That was almost realistic. I'm going to go for another 1/4 cup. So 3/4 cup is what we're going to put on here today. And then let's see what it says here. Cool in the pan on a wire rack. Using the edges of the foil, lift uncut bars off of the pan, cut into bars, makes 36 bars. Alright, we're going to let this cool down, and then I'm going to cut it up. I'll come back and do a little taste test with you, okay? Alright, you guys, I cut a piece out, and I just realized, you know, I was worried about this being too dry, and it's not really, I was thinking more like a brownie. The thickness of a brownie. No, this is a bar, and it's very thin. I think I could have put it in a smaller pan, and it would have been better. So because it was my first time, like I said, learning, we put it in too big of a pan. So next time a smaller pan, and we'll have a thicker bar. But let's taste it for taste. I do like it. It's not over sweet. It has a little crunch to it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, you guys. But next time I'm going to put it in a smaller pan. So that's what I learned here today. Alright, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like baking with me. I'm going to try to get in and do it more often. But today was a perfect day. You guys all take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.